Smells like piss under there. Like, in the car's fine, but under here it smells like straight piss. Alright, well here's our new drift build. 88 IROC Camaro. I have no idea about this car at all. Don't know what motor's in it, don't know shit about it, but we're just gonna build a drift car with it. First we're gonna do is take the motor out, and most importantly, step one is to make sure that Mickey Mouse isn't in here somewhere, because the car is gross. Find them yet?
I hope not.
Might be in there, maybe over there somewhere. Yeah. But we have really no idea how this motor is supposed to come out. Obviously, this car was out before any of us here were born. So we're just kind of figuring it out as we go. I told them just to start cutting shit and rip it since we don't need any of it. I might try to sell the motor since it did run. I don't know if it's worth anything, so I guess we'll see what it actually is once we get it out. And if it's worth something, I'll sell it. If not, I'll give it to the scrappers, because this motor is not staying in the car for sure. Is that your new favorite tool? This is definitely not a how to take the motor out video, that's for sure. Unless you're not going to reuse it like we're not. They just cut shit. So we got most of the stuff out. We just have the trans brace, and then we already got the motor mounts undone. We cut a bunch of shit, and we're going to try and lift it out at an angle. Try to take it out together so I can either throw it away in one whole piece or sell it as a whole thing. But yeah, we pretty much just cut most stuff to get it out, but it's pretty empty now. We'll see how easy this comes out. We're just cutting shit.
Cut the motor out, it just falls.
I don't know how much this thing weighs, but we're on the very last. We're on half ton.
How much was that E36 motor? How much did that weigh? Oh, probably just as much as this. Dude, I don't know. That thing was heavy.
Look, there's 2 more cylinders and it's 90 more years old. That's talking about the E30 motor.
No, the E36. The V8.
That was an aluminum motor. This thing,
Yeah, fair point.
this thing looks like it's not aluminum. It's like cast. And you didn't think it was that.
There's probably a little bit of rust there too.
We're gonna have to start sliding it forward.
Oh boy.
For help. Can I go up some more?
Yeah, you have to go up.
No one put anything underneath.
Yeah, just grab it from the top. Oh god.
Still good?
You got like very minimal left.
That's it. You're not gonna feel it.
Hey, that's pretty good. Nah, you're alright. I'm not terrified.
Dude, I can't stop it. It's not bending. If you look at it, then I want to look at it, then we're both fucking staring. I'm gonna turn the lift this way.
I think it looks good.
Kind of pull the trans over.
Yeah. Once the trans is out, you guys can lift up on the back a little more. Or should I put it the other way because it's lift?
The oil pan's hitting the front.
We're gonna try and go that way. Let's get some train fluid off the glove.
The one fluid it does have.
It didn't have fucking oil.
Nips.
Good back there?
Yeah. It's pissing out so much.
Good thing I don't clean it up.
Oh no!
Your glove did not hold.
Nice.
It did hold. It just cut the glove. I don't know if that was a condom. There'd be babies coming, bro. We can lift it now. Yeah, but we're gonna let it spin so you gotta hold it.
I can't wait to get sponsored by condoms. Oh.
You're gonna have to help them lift it because they are.
All right, so the motor's out, and now we can start the actual tear down process of like the interior and everything else that we're gonna do for the roll cage and all that stuff. So this is gonna be a full build. I'm just gonna probably call it FD build, even though we're not gonna do Formula Drift because I'm not good. But I'm gonna try and build it as like professional spec as we can, and then hopefully it's pretty cool by the time we're done. But that's day one. We're pretty much done with that, and might film a little bit more, taking the interior and stuff out. But yeah, that was an interesting removal. What were you saying?
White car.
Yeah, white cars. Couple 100,000, couple hundred. How's it going?
Great. Found a little mouse right here.
Only-
I had a fun time with that.
Only one so far. Still got the back to do, but if we find another one, we are 100% putting it on Jose's desk.
Okay.
We are gutting the interior because I wanted to line up where I was going to put the transmission. I don't want to modify the shifter. So where the trans kind of sits is going to be determined by the shifter location, and we have to like cut the tunnel a little bit to make this fit. So ton of room to still go back. We're just not sure where it's sitting. They got this pan. Can't really go too much farther back with the pan. So I'm hoping that that's close and just can raise it up. That way I can still kind of close the hood, because right now it's definitely not going to close. But yeah, definitely harder than K-swapping the S10, but we're figuring shit out. Ari's just pretty much ripping a bunch of shit out, so it's pretty empty now. Alright, so we're building the trans mount. I'm going to mount the trans first because I want the shifter where I want. That's more important than where the motor sits in the chassis, so we're mounting the trans first. Ario's got most of it figured out. We're going to use the stock bracket and the stock brace from the Camaro. So it seems like it's going to work out pretty good. And the motor sits in here pretty nice. We're going to have to modify the sway bar to fit the pan because of the way that the steering comes in contact with the pan. So we had to move it forward. So this is in the way, which is not a big deal to modify the sway bar. If my transmission falls out, we'll know why. Because he's welding it.
It's
like the third time I've used this thing.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
So nervous. Fuck, he launched the ground.
He's nervous.
What? Oh shit, no. No. There's literally nothing in his hand.
Alright, so here it is. We got the motor mounts done. And these are just the mock-up prototype ones to make sure that it works. We got them all done, mounted. I used very similar style to what I did on the S10 for these. So we'll be kind of packaging them up on the website once I test them and make sure that they're all good. But I'm just going to show you guys kind of what we got going on. So here's the mount, 70A rubber bushing with stainless steel bracket. I just painted it quick with some shitty spray paint just because this is proof of concept, and we're just going to make sure that everything works before we put them on the market. The market ones will be TIG welded and look a lot nicer, but this is what we got for now. We got the other side done as well, but Aria is going to paint it real quick, so I'll show you when that's done. But the motor's in. It's got the trans brace for the CD09 or CD08 if you decide to use this as well. But for now, we're just going to offer the mountings. You guys can kind of do whatever you want with trans, but you can see there's a ton of room. This is where my setup fit, that the shifter is actually in the right spot. So obviously I'm gonna rebuild the tunnel, but the shifter is right where I wanted it versus where the seat is. Don't mind my huge hole, but that's why the motor is set where it is. So really, if you buy our mounts, you're most likely gonna wanna use this same transmission, which I don't see why anyone would not, because these trans stock take a lot of power. So I think I've heard people say, you know, they run 700 horsepower on these trans with no issues. And we're gonna find out, because this car is gonna be a turbo drift build. I don't know if I told you guys that, but it is gonna be a drift car and turbocharged. If I do the stock motor, I'm probably gonna keep it to like 500 to 700 horsepower. If I decide to build a motor, we might turn it up, but that's the plan, and we'll just see how all this stuff holds up. Hopefully it's good so that we can kind of start making these in production if anyone cares to do it themselves.